All right, let's just get right into it. I mean, in our crazy nonstop lives, the gym, it can feel like a total luxury, right? Something we just can't afford. You've got work, you've got family, you're just trying to keep your head above water. Who has the time? But what if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backward? What if that 1 hour at the gym, what if it isn't an expense at all, but maybe the single best investment you could ever make in yourself?
You know, this quote, it just hits the nail on the head. We almost always think about the gym in terms of looks, right? Building muscle, losing some weight. And look, those things are awesome, don't get me wrong, but they are just the tip of the iceberg. The real life-changing benefits, man, they go so much deeper. They touch literally every single part of your life. So, okay, if we're gonna treat the gym like an investment, of our super precious time and energy, then what's the actual payoff? What's the ROI here? Well, it turns out the returns are absolutely massive. And the best part? They compound over time. So let's break it all down. All right, first things first, let's talk about the most obvious return on your investment, upgrading your physical hardware. I mean, think about it. Our bodies were built to move, to run, to climb. But modern life? It's got most of us stuck in a chair for like 8 hours a day. The gym? Well, that's the perfect antidote to all of that. So let's start with this idea of armor building. And no, resistance training is not just about getting bigger biceps. It's so much more. Every single time you lift a weight, you are making your bones denser, your joints tougher, and you're fixing that posture from sitting all day. You are literally building a suit of armor to fight off the wear and tear of aging. It's what keeps you strong and capable for years and years to come. And it's not just about that external armor either. You're also getting some top-tier cardiovascular insurance. Seriously, getting that heart rate up strengthens the single most important muscle in your body. And this isn't some vague, oh, it's good for you kind of thing. No. We're talking about actively lowering your blood pressure and seriously slashing your risk for all sorts of chronic diseases. It's like paying a premium today for a much healthier tomorrow. And here's where it gets really cool for the long-term game. See, building muscle completely changes how your body operates. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, which is just a sciencey way of saying it burns calories even when you're just sitting on the couch. So, by putting in the time with strength training, you are literally turning your body into a more efficient, 24/7 calorie-burning engine. And that is the real secret to managing your weight for good.
Okay, so the physical benefits, they're pretty obvious, right? But if all that stuff is the cake, then the mental benefits, that's the icing. And let's be honest, for a lot of us, the icing is the best part. The gym is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful and most overlooked tools we have for rebooting our mental software. Just think about it for a second. Picture your mental state on a really stressful day. You know the one. Your stress hormones are through the roof, your mind is just a mess of clutter, maybe you're stuck in some kind of anxious loop. Now, picture yourself right after a really good workout. That physical effort literally flushes out all those stress hormones and just floods your brain with endorphins, the feel-good chemicals. All that mental clutter, gone, replaced by this incredible, sharp focus. Let's dive a little deeper on that, because it's really important. When you're laser focused on a heavy lift or just trying to keep your legs moving in a spin class, you literally can't be worrying about that annoying email you have to send. It's like enforced mindfulness. It forces your brain to take a break. And that feeling carries over. That physical exhaustion leads to the most incredible sleep. We're not just talking about falling asleep faster, we're talking about that deep, restorative sleep that lets your brain actually, truly recharge. So, okay, we've got the physical returns, we've got the mental returns. But there is another major asset in this whole investment portfolio that we almost always forget about. The gym itself. The actual environment, it plays a massive role.
And I know what you're thinking, because it's the question everyone asks, right? Hey, can I just work out at home? I've got some dumbbells, I can pull up a video on YouTube. And the answer is, yeah, of course you can. But you'd be missing out on some really unique advantages that only a dedicated gym environment can give you.
There's this really powerful concept that sociologists talk about called a third space. The idea is that your home is your first space, and work is your second. A third space, that's a neutral ground. It's a sanctuary. And when you walk through the doors of a gym, your brain just switches gears. You're not thinking about the laundry or that deadline. You are in a place that is 100% dedicated to one single thing, self-improvement. And then there's the practical stuff, which you just can't deny. You've got access to a ton of different equipment, which means your workouts never get boring and you can always progress. But honestly, it's more than that.
There's this subtle, contagious energy in a gym. Just seeing other people pushing themselves, it's motivating. It makes you want to get that one extra rep that you definitely would have skipped if you were at home. Which brings us to our final point. And honestly, this might be the most profound return on your investment of all. It's not something you can measure on a scale, you can't see it in the mirror, but it will absolutely change your life. We're talking about the discipline dividend.
Here's the key takeaway. The simple act of just showing up, day after day, week after week, it builds a skill inside you that is nothing short of a superpower in this world.
I love this quote because it just says it all. The gym is totally objective. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're unmotivated or you had a terrible day at work. The weights are impartial. And by making that commitment to go, you are training your mind, just like you train your muscles, to show up for yourself no matter what.
And this is where the real magic happens. Because the discipline you build in the gym, it's a transferable skill. You learn on a fundamental level how to push through that feeling of, I don't wanna, for a bigger goal. And that skill, it just starts to spill over into every other part of your life. All of a sudden, you're the person who can finish that tough project at work, have that difficult but necessary conversation, and actually stick to your goals because you've been practicing it every single day.
I mean, when you really stop and think about it, the value proposition is just insane. For 1 hour, one single hour out of your day, that's what, like 4% of your time? You get a stronger body, a clearer mind, and a spirit that's just tougher. I mean, you would be hard-pressed to find any other activity on the planet that delivers that kind of return on investment.
So I'm gonna leave you with this question to chew on. We've talked about how the greatest lesson the gym teaches is how to show up for yourself, day in and day out. So just take a second. Imagine what would happen if you applied that superpower everywhere else. In your career, in your relationships, in your personal projects, what could you accomplish then?